Did I just get a clapback from Meghan Markle? Or her publicist doing some weird mutiny thing? Or maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. But anyway, hi, if you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm an airline pilot by day. And when I'm on the ground, I like to run my cheeky little satirical shop called Montecito Minimalist. It started out kind of just as a joke, really, just sort of as a creative exercise, and it actually turned into a real brand. So it started off making fun of a certain Montecito duo, but has since expanded, including an ode from the Queen with my best-selling Recollections May Vary collection, and then other bestsellers like my Montecito Yacht Club sweatshirt. Anyway, I've sold from Singapore all the way out to Dubai, and now it's and everywhere in between. And now it's a brand. Now it's a company. Even the Daily Mail wrote a piece on my store, which I thought was a huge honor back in December. That'll be linked down below. And I got my trademark that was registered in February officially, so last month, after about a year-long process. And I actually did a whole video breaking down Meghan Markle's original filing for American Riviera Orchard, and then what I learned and how I could actually trademark a place. Turns out you can. So which brings me basically to where I am today, which is with a really nice growing channel here on YouTube, talking about branding and stuff. And randomly, I got a weird Google alert. Now, for those of you that don't know, Google alerts are something that you can actually set up yourself for absolutely anything. And of course, I set one up for Montecito Minimalist. My favorite one, of course, being the one where apparently Meghan was livid because I was getting a $20 million deal with Netflix. So that was news to me. But Ted, if you're watching, just, or Bella, or, anyone at Netflix, just, I'm here. So, anyway, so I ended up waking up this morning to a very, well, I'll just show it to you. Here is the Google alert. And as you can see, it says Minimalist Montecito, which, I was like, I'm not mad. But, well, actually, this is pretty much, I can't really do it, but this is my actual reaction today.
Yes, yeah, it's a coincidence. It's like
You have a glazed look in your eye, stunned, stupefied, anesthetized.
Yeah, so that pretty much, that sums it up. And I was like, that's interesting. So, of course, I clicked. And it was a Harper's Bazaar article, and I'm just going to read it off here. It's just unique. It says, so from the Harper's Bazaar article, it says the two posed for photos together on the carpet with Meghan even wrapping her arms around Zashven's baby bump. The Duchess showed off her elevated minimalist Montecito style in a strapless navy column dress from Ralph Lauren. Minimalist Montecito. That's just my name, but in the other way. Just sort of, it sounds weird, right? Because you would say like simplistic Montecito style or something, or you would say like her minimalist dress, but putting Montecito and minimalist in a Harper's Bazaar, right? It doesn't even really sound like a real term. It just sounds like the three words just got into a trench coat and then they just try to pass themselves off as like a, as a real term, right? It doesn't sound like it flows. It just sort of sounds assembled, right? Like yes, this is what a human would sound like. That is exactly, right? It's just strange. It's just a little strange. I mean, could be a coincidence, maybe, but yeah. Because then I noticed when I typed in Montecito Minimalist, that article came up. So it was no longer, the page in Google was no longer just my shop. It was also this article. So I don't know. Now, I don't think I'm like a threat to their PR ecosystem, right? I'm selling coffee mugs and shirts and like magnets and sweatshirts. I have that and I have like a federal registration. That's pretty much it. So, But I do think the timing's interesting, considering the past few weeks that they've had. So, since the phrase is out there in the wild, I did what any savvy entrepreneur would do, and I took a page out of Marc Jacobs' book for his Mark by Marc Jacobs, or Marc Jacobs thing. You've seen the tags. Anyway, I copied that kind of, but I just did it with my own federally trademarked Montecito Minimalist company, and I did the Minimalist Montecito collection. So yes, I have launched that. I mean, if the phrase is going to be out there and if someone may or may not use it on a consistent basis, it may as well circle back to me. I'm the one that came up with it, right? Because the entire point of trademark law is that people should know what comes from your brand and what does not come from your brand. But if this was all an elaborate little SEO gift basket, well, then thank you very, very much. So just a cheerful reminder to anyone out there, maybe spin doctors or something, Montecito Minimalist is a trademarked brand. I do have the paperwork for that. And I am releasing the Minimalist Montecito collection underneath that brand. So, just as a heads up, legal protection is not only for duchesses alone, and some of us know how to read, write, and file our own paperwork. So, I mean, was it a clapback? Maybe. Maybe there's some kind of mutiny going on with the Sunshine Spin people. Or, you know, probably the most obvious, right? It was just a coincidence.
See, what you have to ask yourself is, what kind of person are you? Are you the kind that sees signs, sees miracles? Or do you believe that people just get lucky? Or look at the question this way. Is it possible that there are no coincidences?